Acoustic repair time. All right, I haven't played in years, and I wasn't that good then, but I haven't touched the guitar in 2 years. I figured, let me get this acoustic back in ship shape. Wasn't too far away from it, but it had a problem that always nagged me. Um, I bought it brand new. No, I bought it in unplayed condition, and it wasn't very old. Um, but it's a very well reviewed Yamaha acoustic, and for a budget guitar or a lower price range guitar. I don't think it's entry level by any point, but either way, it had the original bridge pins, and the strings kept popping out. So I tried my best to get it, you know, fit them in there, and it just wasn't working. So I got new bridge pins. It didn't work. I had gotten this Mitchell's plate mate thing. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. And you double-sided tape, you glue it in underneath on the bridge plate. And it didn't really work out because the string spacing is just slightly off. So it wasn't really working out well. I took that off, and I found a mechanical solution. These are called power pins, and it's like a string through adapter, and you use machine screws underneath it. There's a steel plate that goes underneath, and there's 6 of them, of course, and that kind of takes the pressure off of the bridge plate, takes that out of the equation altogether. Now the guitars got gold hardware, and these were gold, and it was a mechanical fix. I figured, all right, let me give it a try. Now these don't look, it looks a little funny, but if it worked mechanically and sonically, I wouldn't care, because I just sit in my basement and I do a horrible job of plucking out a tune or two by myself, so I could live with that. But they didn't really do the job that well. Why is because the bridges on these are kind of thick. They're kind of tall. And the saddles, this is a replacement saddle. This is bone. But it's a little on the low side. It's fine for the string height. And it's not too low. It's just, it is what it is. But the break angle just was hardly there, because these sit a little proud of the bridge, and that it reduced the break angle, and it sounded funny. So that was a losing proposition. So I took these out, and I figured I'll cut very minute slots right here where the strings would cut into the bridge, because this is unplayed, it's as new basically. And if I can get those slots cut in there so the strings sit down and in a little further, they would contact the bridge plate better. That's a reasonable fix, I think, for my amateur mind. So I'm going to do that with a very thin coping saw blade, fine tooth. And so in preparation for that, I said, let me take a look underneath and see what's going on, just for the hell of it. I mean, it's never been messed with, so the bridge plate should be fine condition. And I look underneath, and there you go. You can kind of see it. Let me zoom in. There's a hole drilled in the bridge plate, and there's a smaller hole drilled in the guitar top. You could see there. You could see the untreated rosewood of the bridge through the smaller hole, and the larger hole is the bridge plate. Now that's a 10 millimeter hole. That took me quite a bit to measure that, but it's 10 mil. So now I got to deal with that. It's right where the D string ball end would contact, so it's holding on to nothing. And the string next to it to the left, that's a little close too, but that's weird as hell. So I got some proper thickness wood, and I cut a disc, and it's the right thickness. I'm going to glue it in there, and that'll take care of that. But what a pain in the butt. I don't know why that 10 millimeter hole is drilled in there. It's it shouldn't be there. I mean, what the hell? But if anybody knows why that might be drilled in there, or is that normal? It can't be normal. I would highly doubt that. But if anybody has any information about that hole, I'm just curious. But I'm gonna glue a piece in that disc I made and cut those little thin helper slots and try with the bridge pins get it back to normal. But appreciate some insight on that stupid hole.